monster! A monster in our village!
I hear screaming. It's gotta be here.
You lot came back! We honestly... Ha! Looks like the little lady made it out, eh?
Of course, but more importantly...
Right. We've got a human on the hunt. Del's helping the villagers get to higher ground.
Truly? I'd not have expected it of him.
That's Fidelio through and through, isn't it?
I am Euphausia, the priestess. Thank you for helping with the evacuation. Hereon we shall...
Oh, priestess! It's the priestess!
Lady Eupha, please save us.
What don't you lot get about evacuate? You want to live? Do as you're told.
Priestess, what happened to the ritual? What if the dragon god's wrath?
Did you even perform the rite? Oh, this is a disaster. How can we survive now?
The dragon god Et is here as our guardian deity.
Don't worry, you'll get your ritual. The real one, that is. The ritual that's been buried for hundreds of years.
As the priestess, on my life, I will drive back this calamity.
Hold on now. You're not actually gonna fight, are you?
Basilio, where's the monster?
So be it. We end this here!
We can do this! It is time I put the truth to our teachings and rituals. I stand anew. I stand with you.
I thought we already finished this guy. Guess he's a stubborn one.
Assassin! Purge!
I've got masked dancer, Gale!
Let's say come forth, royal soul! Strike!
I must concentrate. Now is it to take my fullest power. Heed me!
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Assassin! Some darker arts. That did
Attack was
nothing!
nullified? This'll I call upon a royal soul! No way! It didn't affect them! Fiona's anxious and they're out for her blood!
Magic knife! With healing power!
Thanks.
Quite a boon.
I am grateful. This is the
Don't
power
rush
said to
this.
belong to a priestess.
Darkness won't work on them.
Pray you're ready. Perhaps let us combine our powers.
I'll lend a hand myself.
It is your turn!
Assassin! Then
Is
again...
it working? Try hitting them with something else.
Hang up,
Are you
what?
kidding me? That didn't do a thing! Worth this? Juna's struggling with her anxiety. Don't let her get attacked.
It's okay, I won't hold back! Maybe not.
Looks like we can't brute
Magic
force through
knife!
this one.
Light!
What? It didn't affect them. The captain's
Even my
anxiety is
strength
overwhelming
will
him.
need it.
We can't
Here
let
I
him
go.
get hit.
This may be
They're immune
excessive.
to light. Careful, everyone! Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
I must do this!
The captain's anxiety is overwhelming him. We can't let him get hit.
I was saving this.
I'll give you the fast dancer. No need to rush this. Careful, everyone! Dancer! Burn! That didn't work! It didn't affect them!
Maybe
They're
we
totally
can't do this.
fireproof. We better use something else. Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Summoner! The situation is changing. After you!
Assassin! Rancor! That did nothing!
That didn't do a thing!
Don't underestimate me. Behold this power! Raging fire!
No way! Nullified? Haime's anxiety is mounting. If he gets hit, he'll be in big trouble.
This is
They're
the power
totally
said to belong to a
fireproof.
priestess.
We better use something else.
Oh, souls of kings, give me strength! Heed me! This won't
Attack was
work!
nullified? The captain's
Is
anxiety
this
is
truly
overwhelming
my
him.
limit?
We can't let him get hit.
Ah!
The captain's fighting his anxiety and they're targeting him.
Oh, how could this happen?
I call upon a royal soul. Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
This is just what I need!
Howling wind!
I will fight her! We can do this!
Thank you.
Much thanks.
That was helpful.
Everyone is counting on me.
Be purified!
You face me! Purify! What
Attack
is
was
this?
nullified?
Trivial! Poison!
Cube was poisoned. It's
I'll
gonna keep
show
bringing
you.
you down.
You can count on me. I'm grateful.
It's okay. Come forth, royal soul! It didn't work!
It didn't affect them.
This poison... Please.
Poison!
Haime's poisoned. We need to cure him before...
Too much, perhaps? Allow me to use this.
Behold this power!
Let's not. Mass dancer. This might be...
Let Magic Knight! Strike! Still here?
Even... Here I go! No, not this. I must do this! I'm sorry, everyone!
Face me! Then I need assassin! Pierce! Commendable bearing.
I'll show you. No need to rush this. I call upon a royal soul! That didn't work! It didn't affect them!
I will by this power. Flare!
What? The attack was nullified? Try to... What's going on? How can we get anywhere if his weakness keeps changing like that? And he's not even looking at us! It seems as though he's really focused on something. Almost like he's praying. Hey, maybe I could flutter over there and try distracting him. What do you think? I bet that praying's connected to how he keeps changing his weakness. If I can snap him out of it, then maybe he'll stop switching things up for a while. Once he's weak to something we can use, just give me the signal, and I'll go pester him. Should I go distract him? Leave it to me! That hurt. I mean, it worked, but I'm gonna need a minute.
Oh, souls of kings, give me
Looks
strength!
like slash attacks won't do much against them.
Be purified! The enemy still stands.
Juna's
Assassin!
struggles with her anxiety.
There's a
Don't let her
better
get
way.
attacked. Are
What?
you kidding me? That didn't do a thing!
I'm only a
Wind isn't
songstress.
working! Try hitting them with something else. Your turn. The captain's anxiety is overwhelming
Maybe
him.
we can't
We
do
can't
this.
let him get it.
Will this even work?
Huh? It didn't affect them! The captain's fighting his anxiety and they're targeting him! Captain's hurt
Can't
bad!
give up now.
Let's get him some healing! Pierce attacks won't get through.
Here I go! Perhaps
Looks like
it'll be too
slash
strong.
attacks won't do much against them.
I shall
Pierce attacks
refrain.
won't get through.
Oh, souls of kings, give me strength!
Captain's
You
on his
think
last
forward!
legs.
Face
Someone
me!
get him healed up.
No! This should work! What
The
is
attack was
this?
nullified?
This'll be over soon
Wind
enough.
isn't working. Try hitting them with something else.
Let's get some use out of this.
No good. It didn't affect them. Ayuka's down. Someone help her.
A blunder!
Yupa's down. We gotta help her.
This should work.
I rejoin the
Captain's on
fray.
his last legs.
Summoner. I'd rather refrain for now.
Oh, power of kings!
Thanks.
That helped. I've got just the dance for fast dancer.
Electricity's no good against them.
Please,
That's the last thing we
Magic
need.
knife! Shatter!
Are you kidding me? That didn't do a thing. Careful. Strike attacks won't phase them.
I can do this. The situation is changing. If we all work together. Get him! Come forth now. This is for the future of the Mastari! Fall!
Okay. Not bad at all.
Excellent! I've grown more powerful!
Margo! marvelous!
I feel stronger already.
Does it seem that I've grown stronger? You've gotten stronger again.
Right. That's the end of that.
Everyone, once again, thank you so much.
What a spectacle! To think I could have evacuated and missed the performance.
Yufa, that power.
It must be the same power wielded by priestesses of old. My rescuers helped me realize that.
You mean to say sacrifice was never the intent of the ritual?
The priestess offers her life in service, not sacrifice. She takes up arms and faces the scourge. That is why our relic is a lance.
A mural on the altar suggested as much. It's likely the murals of this village don't actually depict sacrifice either.
You saw what was inside the temple? What was it? Something the church would rather keep buried? Some other mystical relic?
A relic? Hardly. We saw a ruined city of the old world. Evidence of a history before our own. Small wonder the clergy can't send their monks. Anyone who saw that would have their faith shaken. It's all but physical proof that the Sanctus Scriptures are fiction.
You don't say.
However, we of the islands have done no better in upholding the truth of our past. With all my heart, I wanted to save our village. But all I did was sit and hope.
Lady Yufa.
I clung to my determination with such fervor. Perhaps without my noticing, it became a desire for atonement. The day you left, Edeni, even the night Father and Mother left this world, I could do naught but sit and wait and hope. I believed it was my role as priestess. If I had done anything at all to change it, perhaps we would not have faced such horrors.
You can do your changing now. After all, you're still alive, you've got years ahead of you, and you've got friends and family close. You needn't bear this alone.
We support her. Without the rite of sacrifice. Was that also depicted in the temple? Is that really the truth of the teachings?
Is that so difficult to understand? What matters the murals or the truth of the teachings? Do you believe the priestess fought out of tradition alone? She fought because she wanted to protect us. This village. She fought for you and I. Our lives and joys. Is that not enough reason to support her?
You made good on your promise to save my sister. Words cannot express my thanks, but there is something that must finally be said. Yufa, I'm glad you chose life.
I understand now. It's not slaying monsters that gets rid of the melancholia. I think it goes away when we help people overcome their fear and anxiety.
I have to say, for the moment there, it looked like we'd have more dead than alive. But now they've got the lance, priestess, and the whole sodden village in their corner.
It's only relevant as far as it matters for Luis's sake, Baz. Remember, we're doing this for a world where your blood don't matter, long as you can fend for yourself.
Suppose, but what about them that can't fend for themselves? Like them village folk you helped save. Reminds me of that Glodell business too. They're tough enough that they don't need dirty tricks. If you challenged them, and they won fair and square.
Pack it in, Basilio. Our war may be quieter, but we're still fighting. Hesitate out there and you're dead.
Del.
So, that's the lance everyone's after. Don't suppose you could chuck it our way, young miss?
I wanted to discuss that. Unfortunately, I cannot let the lance leave my side. But to that end, what if I were to accompany you? The monster is gone, the Magla-made distortion is visibly fading from our lands, the threat looming over the island has passed. That said, if I am to be a warrior priestess, then I feel I must learn what the world is like beyond our borders. Besides, if you were to hold the lance, you would lose your powers of magic, which would be inconvenient.
Wait, we lose our magic powers?
Well, a flow of some protective magla surrounds you. Yet, when the lance nears you, it seems to dispel that magic. I can only assume it's one of Dracodios's powers.
What? Hold on. Protective Magla? You don't think she's talking about the king's magic?
What's come over you, Stroll? You seem distraught.
Look, can I talk to you for a second? There's something I want to test with Dracodios. Did you all see that? This changes everything.
I'll say. I was wondering how a whole dragon's worth of magla fit in such an ordinary-looking lance. Now I finally understand.
Your pardon, but might someone clarify?
He blocked it well enough, but the blow still landed. Our candidate was struck.
There's no doubt about it. This lance has the power to nullify the protection of the king's magic. That means, as long as you have this lance, any candidate can be killed. And if Luis knows that, it explains a lot.
Then I am well glad the brothers are not present to hear it. What a secret to have stumbled upon.
Maybe this is our chance. We can do what Grius couldn't, and this time, he wouldn't see us coming.
On our own this time.
But we're not the fledglings we were then. This time, we could do it right.
You would use it to take a life.
Yikes. We've been blabbing in front of Yufa.
Doesn't matter. We'll need it kept quiet that we know the lance is secret. And we can't ask that of her without giving a proper explanation.
I was the one who came asking to be included. No matter how heavy or grim your burdens, I would shoulder them alongside you.
Sheesh. Not much we can say when she puts it like that.
But how would such an assassination be enacted? Those brothers will make damn sure we turn the lance over.
A stealth mission's out. Last time there were hardly any guards about and we still barely managed to survive. I'd rather not push our luck. We need some way to keep the lance and use it to strike Luis down. Well, Captain? Any ideas?
We could try convincing the brothers to join our side.
No, I don't think that one's realistic. I doubt even I could sway them. We need some way to keep the lance and use it to strike Luis down. Well, Captain? Any ideas?
How about we give him a fake lance?
There's a thought. After all, the lance has been shut up in a temple for ages. Not even Luis would know what the real one looks like.
It is an easy thing to say, but are we even capable of making such a replica?
If you just need a visual double whipped up, that's certainly within my repertoire, what?
Oh, good. We've got a certified craftsman on board. Have at it then. Give us a lance to turn heads.
Yufa, knowing what we want to do with the lance, are you sure you still want to stick with us?
I did not falter in choosing my fate as a sacrifice, and I will not falter in this. Please, tell me everything.
Well, settle in. It's a long story.
So the prince is alive?
I know His Highness can guide us to a brighter future. Laugh at my hopes if you wish, yet...
I do not know or love this prince as you do. But I can tell, by your faith, he is not one to cast others aside.
For now, we need to figure out when and where to ambush Luis. Treasonous bastard who cursed him.
Well, if we're going to trick him with a fake, there's only one answer. Saint's Day. The city will be chock full of relics by then. Perfect for a bit of cover.
'Tis the same day Luis plans to attack Forden. No doubt he has the same advantages in mind. The relics will be presented at Altabree's Grand Opera House, yes?
Well then, you could try it while I'm singing. Long as I'm on stage, I can keep everyone's eyes on me.
I suppose it is time I face my destiny as well. In the name of protecting my people, I've no doubt my understanding of life itself will be tested. All I can do is hope for your support in my journey. Time to go!
Not just the lands, but now we've got Yufa herself. Things are looking up. Maybe you just draw people to you, like the prince did. Strange to think of an understanding of life, though. I get it. It's just not something I thought about until recently. You think a fairy could find any meaning in that?
I'm sure you can.
You're right. I want to believe that. With you on our side, I know we'll figure it out.
I will go tell my brother of my departure.
Then we shall rest at the inn. 'Tis altogether too cramped in these quarters.
What, cramped spaces are the foundation of camaraderie, I say. Well, to each their own.
Now then.
No.
True.
Hold on.
Hey! Hey there!
Hold on.
Most helpful.
Feeling worn out?
Apologies for the intrusion.
Something wrong, love? It's late.
My brother had already retired for the day, so I thought I'd wait for tomorrow to tell him. But now that I find myself alone with my thoughts, I'm quite nervous.
Think you'll be able to tell him yourself?
If I cannot even do that, there would be little point in leaving the island. He will understand. After all, he left long before I did. What is that book?
Oh, it's a fantasy novel. He's never without it.
A fantasy? But what is it a fantasy of?
It's a story about a utopia.
A utopia?
'Tis a world where all people are equal and no conflict exists. Much like the world His Highness once dreamt of.
In truth, 'tis difficult to envisage. All I have known is our own island's history and doctrine, and naught beyond it. So, well, would it be all right if I read some? Remarkable. Despite all the people share in common, the world is filled with myriad faiths and beliefs. Accordingly, those in search of spiritual meaning may seek and find many different teachings to guide them. I see. So the people of this world are free to believe as they will. Anyone may follow any god, any dogma.
So basically the opposite of the Sanctus Church.
Our legends say that the ancient world was full of all manner of beliefs too. The people of Eld worshipped many gods from many pantheons. People confronted the anxiety that haunted them.
Thinking back, some of those figures in the temple murals may have been gods.
Yes, that mural depicting myriad gods is an explanation of how this world came to be.
But ultimately, war claimed everything. Suppose that means it wasn't much of a utopia, right?
Perhaps freedom unchecked gave rise to conflict. Either way, to know the past is to ensure history does not repeat. If we are to create a utopia rooted in our world, faith is not enough. We must move onward and take action as allies, because I believe that's how this must be used. This power that guides us to ideals. To walk forward, firmly, fearing nothing.